Hey guys! So today I'm going to be doing a full review of Glossier's newest launch, which is their Skywash liquid to powder eyeshadows. I did a little tutorial, kind of like mini teaser review it kind of turned into last week. Everyone seemed pretty excited about it, and I did say that I wanted to do a full review once more shades came in the mail and I was able to try them out more. So thank you for waiting. Here we are. All right, and my usual quick reminder there to please like this video if you found it helpful and subscribe if you want to see more videos like these. Oh, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram for more frequent updates. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the actual review. And before we start, just one extra thing. I do want to say that if you haven't watched my videos before, I am a Glossier rep. So if you do end up wanting to buy these shadows or anything else from Glossier, I would absolutely love it if you could use my link. You get 10% off and free shipping. So it's a pretty good deal. Anyway, feel free to use it if you want. All right, so let's talk basics on these shadows. I have 4 colors with me currently. I've left out so far the like bright vibrant green that you've probably been seeing on everyone, and then also a few warmer neutrals that I'm just personally not that interested in, although they're beautiful shades. These are $18 each. You can also get 2 for $30, which is a good deal if, like me, you're wanting to try out a couple different colors, not just one. They are a liquid to powder finish, which means they go on wet, dry down, and look like you've applied powder to your eyes. They do claim to be long lasting, although there aren't really any details as to what that means, which is pretty smart on Glossier's part. And each product comes with about 0.1 fluid ounce of product, which honestly isn't a whole lot for $18 a piece, but with how little you have to use to get a vibrant color, they should still last a pretty long time. As far as packaging goes, like pretty much all Glossier products, the packaging is very sleek and very cute. They have the color on the lid of what the eyeshadow is inside, and as far as I can tell so far, the color is very accurate. This is the color that I'm currently wearing on my eyes right now. I built it up to be a little bit brighter, but I still feel like it's pretty accurate, which makes me happy. They are very sleek, very pretty packaging. It's also very travel friendly. It's thin enough and small enough that you can easily throw it in your purse, in your suitcase, whatever you want. I haven't had any problems with them leaking or getting all over my bag. I have put them in my purse a few times just in case I needed touch-ups. The applicator on these guys is very user-friendly. It's just your run-of-the-mill basic doe foot applicator. So anyone who's familiar with just makeup in general is probably going to be okay using this. It applies a good amount of product. I don't find myself needing to wipe off product like I have in the past, especially with their other liquid eyeshadows. Always felt the need to wipe that off a little bit, but with this one, not so much. It's the perfect amount, which makes application very efficient. And when it comes to application, speaking of, I found application to be relatively quick and easy. I do think with any new product, there's always like the tiniest bit of a learning curve, even with something as simple as a quick liquid eyeshadow, just especially because it is something that does dry down. So you only have a limited amount of time to put it on and blend it out exactly how you want it. I am a fan of the texture of these. I'm not super picky when it comes to the texture of eyeshadow, just as long as the eyeshadow doesn't feel super heavy, or I guess like feel really greasy on my eyes, which I've honestly never had, but I definitely wouldn't like that. Somebody commented on my last video asking if these guys felt like an eye primer when they were put on, and that's exactly what they feel like, so thank you. That's a great way to describe it. It does feel like you're putting an eye primer on in the way that it feels very lightweight, and it kind of has that like silky, velvety feel. Almost a little silicone-y, but not quite. Just really lightweight, can't really feel it, and honestly, if you didn't look in the mirror, you'd probably feel like you weren't really putting on a whole lot of product. You'd be surprised by the pigmentation. And when it comes to the actual method of applying the eyeshadow, on their website, they suggest using the doe foot to put it on your lid, and then they just say to tap in to your eye. I just assumed that meant finger, and then you watch some of their like preview videos of the eyeshadow, and the models are always using the doe foot applicator and then tapping in with their finger. So that's how Glossier suggests you put it on. I've had a lot of luck with that application. Like I said, the doe foot applicator gives you a really nice amount of product, so you can easily just pull out the doe foot applicator, put it on, tap your finger in, and there you go. You do want to let the product dry if you're going to do more than one layer, aka if you want the opacity to go up. I found that that's key to helping them not crease quite as much or at all, depending on the color. I have also tried just using my fingers, like taking the doe foot, putting some on my hand, and just using my finger to apply. This works just as well as using the doe foot on your eye. The only time that it works better for me is if I'm wanting to mix colors. The only one I noticed some patchiness with was Pool, which is the powder blue one of the more popular colors, and honestly the one I was most excited about. You can see in the video I did last week, which I'll link above me, that was my example color, and I showed how I apply it and how it looks when applied with multiple layers. The first time I did wear it, it did get a little patchy. The color was just a little more opaque in some areas. I did find, however, that when I made sure that there was not a single drop of anything else on my eyelid, when you don't put anything on your eyelids, Pool applies beautifully and is not patchy. So I think these eyeshadows are just a little picky when they react with other products. That being said, I do want to note that I do put sunscreen on my eyelids, and I'm not... My first problem I encountered was that I don't want to stop protecting my eyelids from the sun because of some pretty eyeshadows. So I do make sure just to put on my sunscreen a little bit earlier so it can fully sink into my eyelids. And lastly, with application, multiple layers. That is something that they advertised on the website that is possible. And with the 4 colors I've found is very possible. The only thing you need to be careful with is making sure that each layer fully dries down. Because these are quick drying products, that honestly doesn't take as long as it sounds. It sounds like an arduous process where you're like waiting 10 minutes in between each layer to layer on some more. But I found you just wait like 30 seconds, maybe a full minute at most, but I never had that. You can really see and feel when it's dried down. It feels really lightweight. You initially put it on, it feels like there's product on. It dries, feels like there's no product on. You can kind of go by that. These products really do layer very beautifully. I had no problem with like clumpiness or patchiness from layering. It really makes the color more vibrant, so you can really choose how bright you want the eyeshadow to be. For example, the color I'm wearing right now, which is Valley, which is their peachy orange shade. You can either go from this like sheer, very peachy neutral color to a more vibrant neon peach orange, which is really nice depending on how you're feeling that day, and makes them a little bit more worth their $18 price tag. Okay, wear time. One of the most important parts, especially because they do claim that they are long lasting. Like I mentioned before, they don't really go into detail about them being long lasting and how they're supposed to be long lasting and how long and blah, 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 things a lot of other companies do. Now, from the colors that I found that it can vary a little bit on the colors by how long they last, if that makes sense. The long lastingness depends on the color. Every time I wear this color on its own, it does not crease at all. Like I mentioned, I have very oily eyelids. Basically every eyeshadow creases on me. I know it's gonna happen, and it doesn't bother me quite as much because of that, because I know it's gonna happen. I still wanna wear pretty eyeshadows. I just go with it. This did not crease. It was mind-blowing, honestly. It makes it my favorite color just because of that. Although I really do love Pebble, it is my favorite. I love all four of the colors I've bought so far. They all work really well. They're easy to apply, easy to build up. And at the end of the day and throughout the day, honestly, none of these colors feel drying at all. Despite the fact that they have either no creasing or very little creasing on my eyelids. It feels like I have no product on at all. It's a really impressive product. Honestly, it's better than I was expecting. I was initially just really excited for the colors and the idea of something matte from Glossier. Before we finish this review, I did want to mention something that I've been having a lot of fun with, and I don't feel like a ton of people have been mentioning it, and which is mixing these colors. So I won't go into like everything I mix together because I'll let you have fun on your own. But I have been having a lot of fun. I think my favorite has been mixing these two together, which created a really nice, cool, like gray lavender color, which is like one of my favorite colors ever. It's really exciting to me that they have the ability to do that and to do it well. Another color I really liked was mixing these two together. It made it, it's still like, it's not like a mind-blowing color, but it made it into just like a more browny rosy color, a little bit more neutral, but it helps this color show up a little bit better. So anyway, those are the two that I really loved. I noticed no difference in mixing these colors together in terms of application and how long they last. Zero difference at all. All right, anyway, so I feel like I've been babbling for a while, so I want to end this video. I really like this product, these eyeshadows. If you can't tell by the end of this, I think they're really great for anyone who wants to add a little bit of color to their look. They're really great for a pop of color like I'm doing today. And they're just really great if you don't have a lot of time to check your makeup during the day, or if you just really want a no fuss but fun look. Beautiful colors, so much fun to work with, long lasting, easy application, really just effortless products. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you have any questions about the Glossier Skywashes, if there's anything I didn't answer in this, or if I just raised some more questions for you, want to know about a specific color that I have, please let me know down below. Also, how have you been liking them? Have you had any problems with them? Also, let me know down below. I'd love to hear about it. I'm sure anyone else watching this video would love to as well. And thank you guys again so much for watching this video, and thank you for all the love on the last video. It was very nice to see. So anyway, thank you again. Please make sure to subscribe to this channel if you enjoyed this video, like this video to let me know that you liked it. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram for more frequent updates, and make sure to use that Glossier code for 10% off if you do want to buy some of these shadows. Otherwise, I will see you guys next week.